Hi, today's lesson is about rounding decimals. Rounding decimals, the first thing you really need to know is the names of all the place values. If you're very confident reading decimals, you can continue from here. If it's something you'd like to practice a little bit, just take a look at the video on reading decimals and then come back to this one. The basics of rounding decimals, it works exactly the same as whole numbers. So the first thing you need to do is identify the place value to which you're going to round. Then take a look at the digit that is immediately to the right of that. If that digit is 5 or greater, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you're going to round up 1. If that digit is 4 or less, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, you're going to truncate or just stop the number at the place where you want to round. Let's practice a few. First, we're going to practice rounding decimals to the tens place. This number is read 38 and 578 thousandths. I need to round to the tens place, which is right here. So I'm going to look one digit to the right and I'm going to see the 7. Since this is greater than 5, I know that I need to round this up 1. The result, 38 and 6 tenths. I'd like you to have a chance to practice these three. In order to do that, you'll need to stop the tape and then go ahead and hit play when you'd like to see the results. Here's a good time to check your answers. This number, 9 and 3,289 ten thousandths, rounded to the tens place. Here's the tens place. I look, this is less than 5, so I know this just gets truncated, 9 and 3 tenths. On this, 8 and 4 hundredths, again, here's the tens place. This is less than 5, so I'm going to truncate, 8 and 0 tenths. It's important when you're rounding a number to the tenths, even if the tenths are 0, you need to list them so that your end results get read as tenths. The last number, 9,078 and 79 hundredths. When I'm rounding to the tens place, I look to the right, I see the 7, and I know this needs to increase by 1. If I increase this by 1, it becomes 10, and that's where our decimal system takes over. So instead of this becoming a 10, two digits can't be held. The number before that will round up to 1. Now 9,079 and 0 tenths. Next, we're going to practice rounding to the hundredths place. This number is 45 and 346 thousandths. The hundredths place is right here. So I'll look to the right. The number 6 is 5 or greater. So I know that the number 4 will need to be rounded up 1. The result, 45 and 35 hundredths. Go ahead and pause the tape so that you can practice recording the others and then turn it back on when you're ready to check your answers. Welcome back. Here are the answers for the next three. 18 and 9,045 ten thousandths. When I look at the hundredths place, I'm one digit over. This is less than 5. This digit stays the same and I just truncate or just ignore everything that's left. 4 and 896 thousandths. Again, looking here at the hundredths place, the 6 is greater than 5. That means this needs to change by 1 up. Because this changes by 1 up, it's also going to change this. 4 and 90 hundredths. Again, when we're rounding to hundredths, the number needs to be read as hundredths when we're done. The most confusing one, the most challenging, 197 and 998 thousandths. Rounding to the hundredths place, right here. When I take a look at the digit to the right, it's greater than 5. This changes by 1. Because that happens, I have to change this, and I need to go one space further to take care of all those things that become 10. So in the end, the result is 198 and 0 hundredths. The last thing we're going to practice is rounding to the thousandths place. This number is 5 and 8,347 ten thousandths. Here's the thousandths place. I'll look to the right, that's greater than 5, so I know I'm going to round this up by 1. The result, 5 and 835 thousandths. Go ahead and practice, stop the tape, and then turn it back on to check your answers. Welcome back. Here are the results. This number ends up being truncated. You can just ignore the 4, and the result becomes 224 and 908 thousandths. This number 4 and 8,974 10,000s also is a case where the digit 4 is less than 5, so you'll just truncate, and the result 4 and 897 thousandths. The last one, 17 and 9,098 10,000ths. This digit is greater than 5, so it changes this digit. Because that goes from 9 to 10, I need to take a look at the other space. Oops. I apologize for that. And the result, 17 and 910 thousandths. Again, each one of these needs to have 3 places after the decimal point so that they're read as thousands. Be sure that your notes are recorded, and then if you have any questions, you record those as well.